you know, also fucking Johnny's stupid too. Johnny is also stupid for that game. Sure, he's harder than Raven, so you don't see. Well, Johnny's played right. He's dumb for the game.
Doesn't he have like an unblockable setup where you just can't block one of his most powerful maneuvers?
Yeah, you can't do anything. Like right now, Relevator is absolutely absurd, and there's supposed to be a real balance patch coming out for it at the end of the year.
So, as it is right now, you don't think this is like a real balance patch? Like, you just think it's like sort of, I don't know, like, in your mind, what do you think of the patch that came out recently? Well, not recently, after EVO.
The one that after EVO, though, was barely patched. It didn't change that much.
Right.
Like, the only person that really benefited from that patch was Jam. Jam got actually decent. I'll give her that. Jam actually went from a shit character to an actual playable character. But other than that, all they did was slightly tone down LFL, slightly tone down Johnny, slightly tone down Raven. Like, but they didn't do any big changes that really stopped them from doing what they already do.
Right.
Like, it didn't do it, and none of that. And then they didn't give the other characters any real buffs. It's like, okay, so they're like for instance, Slayer, okay, like my favorite main, he struggles bad right now getting bodies, like this low tier. They decided, oh, his buff is Helter Skelter can be wire seed now. Woo! That fixes the problem. You're right, guys. Great, he has another offense tool. Slayer doesn't struggle when he's on you. He doesn't need more ways to have creative mix-ups. His mix-up's fine. He needs ways to actually get in, so he doesn't get zoned for 5 hours.
Right.
So they thought it was a great idea to fucking take away a bunch of tools. They literally, like, they took, like, let's take away all tools from this man. Like, even one of the daily steps, like, fucking, he used to have a slash dandy step, and they entirely took that away from him. It pisses me off. Like, slash dandy step used to go, it used to go really far, forward, but used to go behind. So he used to have a dandy step that actually, like, went behind the opponent instead of just the ones that go backwards. He used to have one that went behind.
Right.
And it went really far, so it was like a good tool for, like, getting in. Like, there's so many just dumb games. But then they decided to leave characters like Zato godlike, and I'm like, okay.
This place is on the river, so you must have come by boat. I'll wait for you near the boat.
Makes no sense.
I remember the way.
Like,
don't worry about it.
I am not a person who's not willing to admit when my game is fucked. Like, we've had conversations, you know, Guilty Gear is one of my favorites. I've always liked the one Blaze Blue. But as it stands right now, Central Fiction is miles ahead of Relevator.
Right. And, you know, the thing is, to me, like, I'm just so happy and interested with the cast of Blaze Blue right now. It's like, it's at the point where it's like, man, I can't even decide who I want to play a lot. And even though I play with a lot of characters, this is like the most difficult time I've had, like, just trying to pick a character just to, you know, just stay still with.
A lot of cool characters.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of cool characters. That's one thing though, like, no matter what, I will always give Blaze and Blitzkrieg, even Blitzkrieg, like, added I think it has a more interesting cast overall than Blitzkrieg.
I just feel like there's more I can play with.
Like, I can't even find another character. Like, I tried to find another character to get into Guilty, so I could enjoy it, so, like, maybe like another balance pack. I just couldn't have as much fun. Like, I feel like that game is so, like, all the characters are so different and so, like, one-dimensionally designed. It's like, it's hard to find multiple characters to love. Like, I just like Slayer. If I can't play Slayer, then I don't want to play.
Right. That's how I feel about Chip and Raven, really. Which Raven's good, but it's like I get so bored playing with him. I get tired of doing orb, and then like doing all this stuff is silly.
Same thing over and over again, but it's strong, and there's no reason to be creative with this Raven right now because you're just basically making yourself worse. Like, Raven to me on paper looked like he should have been a really cool, awesome, like, you know, pressure character, not just weird set play zoning character.
Right.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Thaddeus Campbell, formerly High Overseer, is no longer a citizen.
Like, one major change that could have made the Raven that would have made me happy is, like, for him to do orb setup, it should have cost 25% meter, like it does all the other characters in the game. If Melia wants to do her setup with her ring,
I met
she
your
has to
friend
spend
Samuel.
25% meter.
He's going
If
to show me
Soul
how to
wants
steer
to
the
set up
spell.
Gunflame OP, he has to
Are you
spend
both ready to
25%
go?
meter. If fucking, if
wonders out
fucking
there in the
Bedman
city
wants to
tonight.
set up his
Can't
orb,
believe my
he has to
old
spend
eyes.
25% meter. Everyone else's projectile OP costs you to wire seed, except Raven. Why? But is that not a valid point, though? I mean, everyone else in the game...
It's valid.
He doesn't have to spend a resource to do it.
That's a valid point, man.
It's like, if people hate on Melia, because how godlike her shit is, and her shit costs fucking 25%, they like, hey, let's give him the same shit Melia can do, but for free.
So how do you even fix that character, really? I mean, I don't know.
I think if I had my hands on Raven, I would like make changes to Raven. Like, the changes I would make are, one, I would make it to where if Raven is anywhere near that fucking orb, if you do parry, he should get a bullet into the parry.
I heard a lot of you in a business at the Golden Cat.
So that way you have to play a proper guess.
I should concentrate on piloting this boat.
Like, there should be some kind of tool against the orb. And like, parry, it's fair enough. To parry, you have to make a good time to read and a custom. Like, I think parry should work on the orb. I think two, I think Raven, like I said, should have to spend meter of his own to use that OP. You shouldn't just get it for free. And that would be a big change. So he wasn't sitting on.
Young lady Emily,
right now, they're saying if Raven had to spend that bar to get the OP, then he wouldn't have bar to be sitting on all day to mount his offense. He'd have to choose.
Would you like to see your room?
It'd be like, because now as it stands right now, if Raven fucks up and you get free,
You'll get to see it all.
he's like, I don't care. I just throw a needle.
I don't care.
I'll go with Callisto
He just
for
throws a needle, spends 25%,
later.
flies in behind it for free. So it doesn't matter. If Raven had to choose between actually managing his meter, it would balance the character
Armed with
a
a
lot.
blade, you change the course of the city forever. And with
Like,
the penalty
I don't want to see
twins
Raven
gone,
definitely
our
made
own
it. Like,
Lord
that's the,
Pendleton
like,
will
I don't
assume
like to
their
see that
votes
done to
in
characters, but
Parliament.
I just think that if the parry
In
worked
one
on
night,
his orb,
you've done more
and if
than
he had to
most
spend
men
meter
do
to
in a
use the
lifetime.
orb,
I need to speak to
be
you
way more
soon.
balanced. Oh,
But for now,
and the pin needle
Lord
should
Pendleton
not slow
requests your
down your
attention.
phone. That should just be taken out of it.
Yeah, I just don't. They definitely did. That they gave him slowing down people, slowing down their momentum. That was not needed. It actually, it feels really awkward on both ends. If you ask me, but I mean, it's still silly. Didn't need to do that.
The loyalist conspiracy
Yeah,
thinks
you're already going to chase a man down and needle to
I don't
really
know if
slow
I
you
can.
down so it's harder to get
my own
to him.
brothers.
Like, it just
We never
shouldn't be
believed
that way.
in
Like,
the
that
Kyoto
should not be a generic
It made much
projectile.
more
Like,
sense
if they
that
want to
the
give him
royal
like some
spy
kind of
master
weird
now
25% move or something like version of the needle, like where if you want to buff the needle to make it have that effect, that'd be interesting.
We spent a lot of money
like,
and
it shouldn't
exposed
have that
ourselves to great
standard,
risk in
though.
getting you out of prison.
Right.
But we did it because we believe that you're the
But those
one
are
that
my
can make
only
the
like real
difference.
gripes changes. Like I would change
And
that. I think
Havelock's
he'd be
looking
like
for
way better. And like in return, like for taking some shit away, like I'd be fine with like giving him like maybe like more jump hits and normal things like that. Like make him a fun mix-up character. Like that's how I feel like his design should be. He should be like kind of a chip kind of character. That's what I envision for Raven in my head. Like a risky, fun mix-up character.
Right.
And fucking Slayer,
Alright.
like all they had to do is
Martin's devised our
give
next
Slayer
move.
one buff, and it'll
There's a
fix his
footnote in
character, and
Campbell's
give him
journal
that
that
old
tells
devil
us
time.
the Lord
Take
Regent's
fine,
mistress
take away
sat
my
for a
bite,
portrait with Sokolov.
take away my old
Painted
dandy
the
stat,
royal
take away
physician.
undertow, fine,
He'll
take
be
away
able to give us her
more than
name.
half my shit you took away from me. Just give me back one
Sokolov
thing.
lives on the bridge about half
One
the time,
thing.
out over
One
the river.
thing, and that
The
will
catch is
literally
that I'm afraid
change
you've got to head
the
out
whole
right
game
away,
for Slayer. That
while
will make
Sokolov
Slayer
is
go
at his
instantly to A
apartment
tier, in
on the
my
bridge.
opinion.
Samuel can get you close
Like
to the
100%,
bridge, but
because
you'll have to find Sokolov.
like I said, you know, if
Bring
you
him
can
back
punch
here intact.
projectiles, I mean,
It'll enable us to
if
make
I
our
had
next
50% meter,
I can't
and you
believe
knew
what
that
you've
if you
done
just
so
swoop
far.
projectiles bogusly
Escaping
at me
from
without
Cole,
thinking about it,
taking
if you
down the
knew
High
you were gonna eat a
Overseer,
50%
recovering
health punish, wouldn't you stop
make
throwing
this old
shit at me all the
military
time?
Yeah.
That's it then.
Like, it would make people afraid to throw shit at Slayer with meter. Like, that and that would be a fair trade-off because it's like he still could get zoned when he didn't have a meter. You just have to play smart, but when you did earn your meter and you saved it and you held on to it, you had an option to stop the people throwing shit.
Right.
That's the only thing they need to give Slayer, and everything will be fine. I just don't understand why he took the Nerf hammer so much harder than
Ask
Dada
me
did.
for any gear you need.
Like fucking Eddie and Testament were the top 2 characters of fucking AC plus R. Like Slayer's in the top 5, but he wasn't even like the top 2 or even 3. But for some reason they nerfed him the hardest just because fucking scrubs who got into Guilty Gear late and didn't know shit about it watched a bunch of old AC videos and were like, oh, I hope Slayer's not overpowered like he was in this. I hope blah blah blah. It's like you probably never even played. I know there was like a post in the group for like the next tournament, and people were talking about like
Off the
what
Caldwell's
games you would
Bridge,
run
sir.
for like second game and shit like
We'll
that.
get our
And, like,
sleep later.
me and like a bunch of people were like, if you run Guilty Gear, I'd rather you run AC plus R. Like 100%, like fuck Relevator. I'd rather you run plus R.
One of your friends, I forget who it wasn't High, but he was in the same room with us, but he said he feels like he's getting more of his money worth out of Revelator than he is from Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger to Continuum Shift, which I told him, like, I don't think that's really the point there, because I mean that's 2 different times. I forget his name, but he was just saying that he felt like he got his money's worth more out of like Guilty Gear from like Sign and Revelator, but really I don't know, man. Like Revelator, just because they didn't have a balance patch and like I only play with Raven, I feel like I paid like a pretty penny for like 1 extra character, you know what I mean?
In comparison to like, for what
bringing
like,
Soap
from
along
what's
back
Blaze Blue,
around.
what's Blaze Blue.
Well, from Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger to just Continuum Shift Vanilla, which I understand that. I guess I understand that, but like if you didn't buy like Continuum Shift Vanilla and you went to like something like, let's say, Continuum Shift 2, I feel like you're getting more of your money's worth there. Even though it's more fair to compare like one game that came like right after another, I still feel like, you know, it's just Revelator. It's just
No, I'm gonna disagree with that. Like with that, I think Calamity Trigger to continue to work was more of a buff. There was 4 new characters. Everybody got new moves in Continuum Shift, like brand new moves. The characters got completely redone from Calamity Trigger to Continuum Shift, and also too, Continuum Shift had 2 balance patches that were for free.
right. That is true, I guess. Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
Because there was a big balance patch when Continuum Shift came out, and then there was a second one before Continuum Shift 2. That was free. You didn't even have to buy a new copy of the game. Because remember Continuum Shift 2 was initially a free update if you already had CS1. They made a hard copy version, but if you had CS1, remember you could just download Valkenheim and everything?
Right. Yeah, you know what? I remember that.
So yeah, you did not have to buy a new copy from Continuum Shift 1 and 2. That was actually DLC if you had the original. There was an option to DLC upgrade.
Right.
So I'd say Calamity Trigger CS1 was a better upgrade than
Citizens and visitors to our
now,
city,
I can easily
by
give an
order of
argument
the
though
regent,
that
the curfew
Phantasma,
is now active.
Phantasma
No
Extend
foot
was
traffic.
garbage. I think all the Extend versions were garbage. I'll say that. They're not working. Like,
Attention all
Extend
No
Continuum
pedestrian
Shift
movement
just added
allowed
Reus
along
and a balance patch. And Extend Chrono Phantasma just added Celeste as a balance patch. That's trash. I will easily argue that though. I think that's the one thing Blaze Blue does dirty. Its Extend versions are pretty bogus. You basically have to buy a whole new game to get one more character in the balance patch so you can keep playing.
Right.
That's a little absurd. But Chrono Phantasma to Central Fiction right now is probably the best fighting game upgrade in like the last 5 years. 6 new characters, full, entirely new balance patch, 100%. New moves for every single character. Not even just a balance patch, like character revamping from the ground up. Brand new moves, full changes, everything like that. A full system upgrade, new systems, new system mechanics, tons of new levels. Like, this is about the best you can get for the next, for the next version of a fighting game. I think this is probably the best fighting game upgrade in like years.
Yeah. Yeah, you do have a point. Definitely. I mean,
You can't ask for more than that.
no, you can't. You can't really.
I mean, 6 new characters, that's a lot. And all the other characters got brand new moves and full rebalance changes and new system mechanic changes. That's every single new thing you can want to fight.
Right.
People just hate on Blaze Blue though, just because it's anime. If Blaze Blue, it's super anime. Like if Blaze Blue's characters look like Street Fighter characters, like if they had a bunch of dudes running around and just muscle-bound dudes and bees and random shit like that, like if they just looked like fucking KOF or Street Fighter characters, Blaze Blue would be 3 times more of a
Right. Which, man, Street Fighter characters look so stupid to me. I'm sorry.
Well, none of that. Like, I got this other guy was like, he was talking. So this weekend was like, Blaze Blue, basically to press your best button fighter and then do a 50-50. And I'm like, so you also just described Street Fighter 5.
Right.
Like, that's all Street Fighter 5 is press your best button. Like, get out of here.
Right.
And I would disagree. I feel like Blaze Blue with all its tons of unique normals and things like that, I feel like I use a more different variety of buttons in Blaze Blue than I do any other fighter.
Yeah, me too.
Like, Blaze Blue is actually one of the few games where I don't feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again.
Right.
And, like, you can even watch, like, if you even watch, like, Japanese matches to Blaze Blue, like, you're always seeing different shit happen. Like, you can never watch a match and be completely watching the same match. So, like, the little quick, fast interactions between character to character and match to match are so crazy and different. Like, sure, you'll feel like maybe the same mix-up happened again, but overall, like, the flow of a match feels so different. You can watch a fucking Ryu vs. Ken match in Street Fighter and feel like you watched the exact same match 5 times in a row.
That's true. That's why I don't like watching Street Fighter. Like, dude, this one dude I know on Facebook, like, he's not really like, well, he's a friend of a friend. And, like, he was just asking me if I watched Street Fighter Evo and whatnot, because we got into an argument about, like, this guy called Low Tier God. And Low Tier God, he said something a little bold, a little silly too, but I got what he meant. He was saying that, you know, if you beat him with Ryu, Mika, such and such characters that he thinks are, you know, pretty easy, then you didn't really beat him because, those characters are like juvenile, like they're basically not good and whatnot, or they're too easy. And dude asked me if I watched Street Fighter Evo, because I kind of agreed, because I was like, you know what, there are some characters that are just brain dead. Like, there's no denying that. Like, you can't deny that there are characters that are just easy as hell for no good reason. And you know, he asked me if I watched Street Fighter Evo. I had to tell him no, because I was like, dude, that Evo is so boring. I'm so over it. Like, it's not that entertaining to me, you know?
Evo in general?
Well, Street Fighter Evo. Street Fighter anything. Street Fighter anything just doesn't impress me.
Street Fighter Evo was boring as fuck too anyways. Like, to be honest, like, Street Fighter 4's finals were at least more hype. Like, I actually like, even though I don't understand, like, I don't like playing the game more, but I will say that because at least there's more in-depth system mechanics, that Street Fighter 4 Evo was at least more hyped up, like, in the end. Street Fighter 5's Evo was disgustingly boring. Like, because how the limitations of the characters and overall game design. You literally just watch the same thing over and over.
Right.
people are dumb.
That's true.
People are dumb. The stuff they complain about. And like I said, there's just this blatant hate fest everywhere. It's not my voice. This one guy, he's just like, oh, you know, he's doing the same shit over and over, and it's like, and he was the one who played KOF, and I'm like, I even love KOF, and I'm like, bro, KOF is the epitome of doing the same shit over and over.
Right.
And this is coming from someone who loves KOF, but it is. KOF is literally the epitome of do the same shit over and over again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I just, like I said, at the end of the day, I don't get why Guilty Gear gets away with murder for being unbalanced and having broken shit. But people that praise that game as the best game in the game. And then you get a game like Blaze Blue get shit on for absolutely no reason.
That's what we with nostalgia. Because I remember Blaze Blue busted into the market, like, you know, it had me so interested because, you know, games that came out at the time were like Street Fighter 4 and it looked better than King of Fighters 13, like graphics wise. So I was like, why not? Let's see what this is about. Because I haven't experienced a fighter in which, you know, you could just do combos. All the fighters I've been through, like, you could only do links in 2D fighters. So when I got to that game, I'm like, man, this game is tight. And it's like, how could anybody hate this game? And then came the haters.
Gangs are cutting throats and smashing windows left and right. And the weepers, excuse me, the plague.
They're everywhere, bro.
Are you saying the Lord Regent is wrong for imposing
Like, down
curfew?
in the hater.
It won't do any good to take it off the side. But don't worry. Smart. Not. Sure, like that circle line. Always a lot of exotic items.
It's like, just let it go.
Right.
Well, the sucks too is you get so many people who like just go along with like followers, like trends with what somebody else says. And you get people who like probably like the game but don't want to admit it because they just want to go along with like the trend of hating, you know?
Yeah.
Those are the worst people. Where you hear them literally just regurgitating shit they've heard like pros or somebody else say.
Yeah, like, you mean like, what the hell is his name? Mike? Is that what his name was? On the fighting game page, Mike Thompson or whatever the hell his name was. People like him regurgitating stuff. Hasn't really done anything. You know that guy who likes Slayer as well? No, it's Tom Morgan.
What did she expect?
Told her they were trash.
change course over many lifetimes, and eventually all bridges tumble down. 1,000 years ago, there was another city on this spot. The people carved the bones of whales into runes and inscribed them with my mark. Children still find them washed up in the river mud. Anton Sokolov has made a great study of my runes, but he's not special like you are. He wasn't chosen, and he doesn't wear my mark, so he can't unlock their secrets.
Hello.
Sokolov believes that specific words and
I know,
words
dude.
can compel me to appear
I used to, my internet used to do that shit when I was with Comcast.
and ruined sub-basements in the flooded district.
Well, it's a box well
Performs
function, like,
disgusting
cause I
rituals
called,
when
and
they
like,
feel
at first I was like, alright, well, sometimes
But if
you have
he
a bad
really
day and
wants
that
to,
where, like, shit's funny,
he
you
could
can
start by
unplug it and
being
shit.
a bit more
And then, like, it
interesting.
just kept happening for the next few days, and finally I called them, like, what the fuck? I'm like, my internet keeps cutting in and out, like, it lasts, like, 15 minutes or so, and then fucking, they, like, did, like, a diagnostic test, and they're like, yeah, something's not coming back for your box, and they're like, we'll send a technician out, and I'm like, what day? And they're like, Wednesday, and I'm like, really? Like, 5 days from now? Excellent.
Yeah, it's the worst, isn't it?
And I'm like, well, you're gonna cut my bill since I technically don't have working internet for the next, like, 5 days, right? And they're like, yeah, we'll take a week's payment off. I'm like, better. Oh, fuck around. My shit's fucked, they're gonna pay me for it.
That's only fair.
Yeah, I mean, my internet's fucked. If I can't use it properly, then I shouldn't have to pay for it.
Slackjaw's boys come down the street to slit your record. It'll be fun to watch. There was a time you didn't need these things.
Yeah, I tell you what, getting me some money has been some work.
No doubt about it. I couldn't play with that character, man.
It's hard. I definitely peg him as like definitely in the top 4 like execution characters in the game for sure.
Amane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think I can deal with that character, period, whatsoever.
Yeah, you also just hate the way money looks too.
Yeah, it's just too girly for me. Too girly for a guy.
I don't know what it says about me, but I always play trap characters. No comment.
What the fuck? Keep stalking around.
I'm just saying.
Oh man, I think I wanna go ahead and take a nap here. I'm tired.
Alright, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, later, man.